don't know why I say that.
Hey, everybody, how's it going? What up? Hey, Josh.
Hello.
Hey, Steve. How are you guys
Hey,
doing?
Hey.
I'm making it
Good.
public on
YouTube.
YouTube real quick.
Alrighty. Coming at you live. Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube.
Yeah.
Again, you're gonna have to keep track of Facebook comments because apparently I cannot.
And thank you, Derper, for the subscription. Thank you, Dylan, for the follow. Appreciate you guys. I have my little alert box working now, so now it like makes a little chime every time somebody does something. So that's exciting. So if you guys want to see the little zombie, do you guys even
Internet?
know there's a little zombie that goes across the screen whenever somebody likes the stream or subscribes or anything?
I
No,
just
that's
saw
pretty
it
cool
on
though.
Facebook now. I love it.
We don't see that stuff. We just see the I'll like I'll post a picture on Instagram. This is what we see. We just see a zoom window. Like
Yeah.
I see all the stuff because this is what I see. This is not very fun. It's very complicated. Um and all right, where's the nearly deads? So what's going on today, guys? How are ya?
Iteration
Good.
official. What's up? I'm good. Like I feel like where's our YouTube crew? Usually we have a decent YouTube crew. They've been sleeping on us. Maybe YouTube likes the later hours. People who are on YouTube are just up late.
Yeah. They're the ones that thought we were like the stoner group or something crazy
The
like
first
that.
time,
They're like,
yeah,
who
the
are these
first
people?
time we did a stream, we had so many more viewers. And it was like a ton. We had a ton of viewers the first time we streamed. And then it just kind of like dwindled. And, we got a lot of people on here now, but not nearly as much as that first time. And so I'm just like, did something happen that people were just like not interested in us? Or is it not public? Did people not get notifications?
Well,
Like,
we
what's
weren't we
this?
weren't public for a while.
Yeah.
Because for some reason on YouTube, I'll have to check settings, but it like auto makes it private rather than just being public as soon as you go live. So I have to manually go in there and make it live.
Dakota says, I'm too awesome for YouTube. I can't wait to make another music video. Like
Oh yeah,
I would rather post that kind of content, like actual artistic music videos,
right.
you know?
Definitely.
But we need to get to a spot where we're all in the same city to do that. So
Yeah.
unless we make the super COVID video where it's like shot in Zoom.
Zoom. Yeah.
Yeah, no. COVID's haven't you heard? That's old news.
Right.
Haven't you heard? It's old news. We're making real stuff now.
Yeah.
We got to be making some real videos, but we have to make them for cheap because of COVID. So
And because of being a DIY, DIY,
DIY.
a
Do
DIY,
yourself in.
do
Shit.
your itself.
Do
Do
yourself.
yourself.
Period.
Um, and
That's like the newest
independent. So
that's like the newest like abstinence campaign, like do yourself.
Yeah.
That's the
yeah,
new like
giggity.
Uh,
By the way, real quick, happy Revenge of the Fifth and Cinco de Mayo to
oh
y'all.
shit, it's Cinco de
oh man. Yeah,
Mayo.
I'm
So,
very unprepared.
I don't even have like Mexican to make tonight. Damn.
well, I was thinking about it. I was like, it's the middle of the week. Nobody has plans. I'm not going out on a Wednesday. I was like, I got to stream. Our fans are what's important on a Wednesday. So I was like, I'm just gonna Cinco de Mayo it up myself. Like I was picking up my groceries before our stream, and oftentimes ClickList they'll send me a text saying they're out of stuff. So like on my way, I'll have to. It's almost like I got to go to two stores on my way. I got to stop by Publix to get whatever Kroger doesn't have, and then go to Kroger to get my ClickList. And so I was at Publix getting things they didn't have. I was like, I'm gonna get some Dos Equis for the stream, and then tonight I'm also gonna make tacos. So I'm gonna have my own Cinco de Mayo,
Man,
You
and I'm
gotta
gonna
post.
watch the first episode of The Bad Batch. So I'll kind of encompass the Revenge of the Fifth, Cinco de Mayo all in one post Nearly Dead stream solo party.
that's awesome. I need to
Gotta
get Corona or something. Man.
you gotta get you gotta post on the Nearly Dead's like thing. Instagram. Post on Instagram your taco pictures and your Cinco.
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
not it didn't even like register to me that it was Cinco de Mayo today at all.
I like Doolin's commercial, Dos Equis commercial for me.
Ah, cute.
I can't see it.
It says, I don't always drink Dos Equis, but when I do, I'm Steven in a shirt that says Billy in giant red letters.
Nice. That's perfect.
Yeah. And wait, they're doing 2 episodes in 1 week, Derper? I'm pretty excited because I'll be honest, I didn't watch all of the Clone Wars. I had watched, obviously Mandalorian, and Clone Wars came out when I was younger, and it being a cartoon, I was like, this is for kids. And then Mandalorian introduced all these characters that happened in Clone Wars. So I was like, I need to figure out who these people are. And my tattoo artist, who is a bigger nerd than me, he knows everything there is to know about Star Wars. And he was like, yeah, you should watch it. But it's like 8 seasons. He's like, just go. There's a list of all the like important episodes. So Clone Wars, I just watched those select episodes to find out who the Bad Batch and all those people were. But then I watched all of Rebels because Rebels was really good, and some of those characters are in there as well. So I'm pretty excited to see the Bad Batch. And now that I know that it has Derper's 2 thumbs up, I'm even more excited now. And that's Nerd Talk with Steve.
I love it.
Perfect.
I don't even know what that is. I don't know what Bad Batch is.
Yeah, I don't know what that is either.
I'm just like, cool, sounds neat.
It's Star Wars related, though?
Yeah, it's Star Wars. Basically, in the Clone Wars, there was a group of elite troopers, clone troopers, called the Bad Batch.
Okay.
And sounds
so
cool.
So this series focuses on them. We got some YouTube comments. Yes, Alex, this is real.
Hello, Alex.
And we're gonna be announcing some very exciting things very soon.
Yes,
And
we have special announcements today.
William Preston thinks you got new foundation. No, we got new webcams, and there's a very bright ring light on there. So
I think I look
but yes,
TJ
is white. She's very white.
I mean,
without
that's just
the
my face.
light.
Like, I don't know what to say. Like, that's just what my face looks like. I did get my hair bleached today, though, and I'm wearing dark lipstick, so I feel like the contrast is
just a lot of whiteness.
Can make the camera even brighter. This is no camera, no light.
Dano, I did watch the entire last season of Clone Wars, and
That's
it was fantastic.
I wish I was playing Animal Crossing later. I haven't had a lot of time for my babies because I've been busy with wedding planning. I'm literally getting married in 10 days, you guys. And you guys are going to be here. So you guys are flying up to Rhode Island and you're going to, be able to experience that. I'm super excited to see everybody.
Maybe we'll do a patrons only photo shoot of the band at TJ's wedding.
Maybe.
Let's just shoot a music video.
Yeah.
At my dude, I'm not working on my wedding day. Like, it's
I
just a
know.
no.
When I say photo shoot, I just mean, hey, we're gonna stand next to you real quick when you have like 2 seconds to give us your time.
Oh God, I don't know how I feel about that. I'll have to talk to Jordan. I'm gonna,
You
I
need to
mean, not too busy
play
for you guys
Spirit
though.
Fair though. When you get it, I'm telling you, if you're stressed from wedding stress,
The
that game
Spirit
will
Fair game.
de-stress you.
Yeah. Can I
It's gonna
download it on?
de-stress
Is
you.
it a PlayStation game? Can I download it on the store?
I think so. I know for sure it's on the Switch.
That's what you were talking about
Oh,
last stream.
Switch. Oh, I can download it on the Switch because the Switch has an online store too, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's totally for me. It's like an ideal Switch game. I only play it on the Xbox because it's on Game Pass.
But
so it's
Pokemon
basically
Snap
free.
Chase came out too. So, like, what do I
Well,
really
yeah.
need in my life?
I can't fault you for going Pokemon Snap.
Is
That'd
it
be a relaxing
anybody
game,
play
too.
it yet? Is it fun? Like, has anyone heard anything? I just saw an ad for it.
I heard that if you liked the original, you will like this one. It is just as good, and they say it's relaxing, fun, kind of.
What's the
Safari.
original?
It was on the N64.
Oh.
This one is called New Pokemon Snap, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
New
I never
Snap.
really played the original was the first game I had for the N64, but I ended up returning it for Smash Bros. So I played it for like a week and then
Can't beat Smash Brothers though. Like that's the fun. That's where it's at.
Yeah.
I'm hearing good things. Bionic
Yeah,
Shell Shock says
fair
New
per.
Snap is awesome. Basically, Pokemon Paparazzi. It sounds like it would be up my alley as like a cute game.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only reason I haven't, honestly, I would probably pick it up, but there was 2 games this month that I had to buy. So this weekend I'm going to be laid up on the couch after getting my second vaccine shot.
Yeah.
And so I'm just going to be laid up and I'm playing Resident Evil 8 cuz that comes out on Friday. So I'll just play that all weekend while I'm not feeling like moving or doing anything. In the end of the month, the Mass Effect trilogy comes out.
Nice.
Cool.
What about you, Joshy? You're getting your shot? You
Ooh,
already got
I
one?
Doug's
already
here.
got both of mine.
Of course you did.
Yeah.
You skipped a line because you're in medical school, right?
Yep.
I knew it.
Hey, were
I
you
got it
able
early.
were you able to get the single shot one, or did you have to do
No, I got 2.
okay.
Yeah, the first one wasn't too bad, but the second one I was definitely out for like 2 days.
Hey, LF7 Farron, I'm so sorry you can't understand us. We don't actually speak Spanish, so I can't really communicate with you, and I can read that you're saying you can't understand us, and that's
Hola.
about it.
Yeah.
I wish we had a translator. If Javi were here, he could help. He's gotten better at Spanish, but he's still terrible at Spanish.
Yeah.
Not terrible. That's not
I
fair.
mean, I think I don't know how to say Happy Cinco de Mayo in Spanish, but I'm gonna guess it's Feliz Cinco de Mayo. Like Feliz Navidad,
yeah.
Feliz Cinco de
Yeah.
Mayo.
Yeah, sure. That
Yeah.
works.
Yeah.
What's up, Summer? Nice to have you in here. Got Doug in here.
Do you guys remember Summer's
Hello.
real name though? Because it's like
Isn't it
Matt.
Matt or something?
right?
Matt? I think so. Derper.
I think it's Matt.
So the Mario Party for Switch, the newest one, 2 years later, they just announced that they added online. So that being said,
Yes.
we need to do a stream one night where TJ streams to Twitch via her Switch and the band plays Mario Party together.
Yes.
Like a board game. Because I have it. Josh,
I don't
Get it.
have
I don't
Mario
have it,
Party.
but I can get it.
you can get it. It's probably cheaper now.
Did Mario
Yeah.
Party just come out? Maybe I've had it. How does Mario
No,
Party
it came
work?
out 2 years ago. They just now updated it so there's online play. So if you get it,
Oh.
whatever, this needs to happen. It's Patreon content. So what we'll do is the band will buy you Mario Party.
Yay!
Josh
yeah,
and
you heard it,
TJ,
guys.
the band will buy
You
both
heard
of
it
them a
here
Mario
first.
Party with the hard-earned dollars that our patrons give us.
So we can play Mario Party
And-
and you guys can watch.
I'm not.
Yeah, and what we'll do
complaining.
is we'll stream it. exclusively to the patrons on our private Facebook group, and it'll be like a Mario Party pizza night where
I don't know
we can
how to stream
play
it
online.
Oh God, I'll have to figure out how to stream it to the private Facebook group. That's not that easy.
Okay, whatever. We'll stream it to Twitch because I would say 90% of our Twitch viewers are patrons anyway.
Yeah.
So we'll just stream to Twitch.
Yeah, we appreciate all of our patrons. That would be the easiest thing to do. Because doing it to a private Facebook group is kind of tricky. Like I'd have to unsign it up from everything else, and like I don't even know. I'd have to look into it. I would have to look into it, and that just sounds really complicated. I'm like, let's just do it on Twitch. You can.
Do we have a decent
private
group
Twitch? I think you can make your Twitch like do a private stream, and give people like an access to it. But I could be talking out of my ass. If anybody
we'll figure
knows,
something out.
If anybody
we'll
knows,
figure it out.
You guys
like,
on Twitch,
it ain't happening anytime soon.
No.
TJ's got to get married and shit. So
no time.
This could be June content. June content will be a Mario Party pizza night.
Yeah.
So the thing
maybe
is,
we'll do it in lieu of one of the streams, like the Wednesday. We'll do it like a Wednesday night or something.
That'd be cool.
But anyways, TJ, we got a decent group on Twitch and YouTube. Do we got a decent amount on Facebook now?
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, let's go ahead and
make the announcement.
Housekeeping. Let's get the show on the road. Let's do announcements, producer shout outs, and then TJ, you can explain what the big news is that everybody's here for. So starting off, we stream this almost every Wednesday, pending weather, health, technical difficulties, scheduling, but we try to do this every Wednesday. And the reason we get to do this every Wednesday is because we have Patreon, and we have super cool fans that get on there and they subscribe to us and they support us in ways that most fans do not. So we really appreciate that. And of our patrons, there's some extra super duper special ones that are even more generous. And so those people we call producers. They really help get the deep nitty gritty content going. And so to shout out those producers, we've got Paul, Craig Karen, Doug Saxon. We've got a new one, Ninja, Jesse Toby, Yaroslav, Craig, John KNC, Patty, Bobby, and Bill Ford. So
thank you guys.
Thanks for being super awesome and being
part of our
producers. And being
Yeah.
producers gives you extra perks.
Like a shout out in every live stream.
Love, we love all of our patrons, but and everybody gets super cool content like new music. We just had a new single come out that's on Patreon only right now. And according to, I think it was Derper or Dano, I think Dano told me, it was supposed to be only downloadable for the $5 patrons and listenable for the $3, but this time everybody got it. So everybody gets to download it this month because of a technical screw up.
It doesn't matter. I feel like everyone should always be able to download it.
Right.
Because they're patrons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They helped make the song. And let's face it, if you go to buy a song on iTunes, first of all,
smoke and mirrors, CJ. What are you doing here? You're revealing the tricks.
I just said if you are gonna buy it on iTunes, it's only $1. So
right,
it's why
exactly.
Can't you just give it to the
everybody is now canceling their subscriptions and waiting for the public release next month.
There will be no release if we don't keep patrons.
Right.
How do you like that, patrons? No.
Yeah, Dana's the snitch.
Right there.
I mean.
So yeah. Anyways, so most things every patron gets, but the producers get extra special bonuses. Like private Zoom chats with us, discounts on merch, raffles. And that being said, TJ, why don't you tell them what's going on this month. We mentioned it last week, but we're going to switch it up because it's TJ's wedding month. It's her honeymoon month. She's high on life right now, and it's just
I'm
making
high
us
on
feel
life.
extra generous.
Yay.
Yeah.
I am very high on life right now. I got my hair done today. I've got a lot of new fresh bleach and everything, and it's just like everything. Very, very excited. I'm like, it's totally surreal. Like, it's, we had to postpone our wedding. We've been engaged for 2 years, and we've been together for 7 years, so it just feels like a long time coming. Can't wait to see my family and friends. It's going to be a great time. Gonna be out of commission for a couple weeks. Won't be like really, you won't hear much from me on socials or things like that. So that being said, I guess everyone's feeling more generous this month. So we decided, so last stream we talked about we were going to give away the copy of our EP, Not Nearly Enough, our very first thing that we ever recorded as a band ever, to one lucky producer patron. But we just decided that if you're anybody who signs up to producer tier and above, you are going to get this month. So for anybody that is a member of one of those tiers in May, so if you sign up today and you're a producer or above, then you're going to get it. So we have the Patreon link. Check it out. We're going to give that to everybody who is a producer and above because we love you guys and we seriously couldn't do any of this without you. And yeah. And then when we hit 150, then everyone will get it. So don't worry if you can't contribute that much or anything like that. We still appreciate you guys. Every little dollar helps us keep doing this and keep the streams going, keep it getting in the studio and all of that. You guys know, if you are a member of the Patreon, you know how much it means to us. So thank you guys so much. And I guess, is this instead of doing a drawing, are we still going to do a special giveaway or no? Just everyone gets it?
Possibly. Obviously, we're not drawing for this tonight because there's no need.
Yeah.
If you're a producer, you're going to get it.
Yeah.
I guess it was in lieu of the drawing. Like, okay,
so now,
well, this
instead
month
of just
everybody
one person,
wins.
everybody gets it. Everyone's a winner.
But who knows? Again, generous month. Maybe while TJ's gone, Josh and I get creative and we find like TJ's in-ears headset and we're just like, we're gonna give away this month.
No, I need those.
It's gone.
We're eventually gonna
real quick
play
pause.
shows again, right? Those are
time out real
expensive.
quick. I'm gonna go over to YouTube real quick where Rodrigo says, hey, what's up from Peru? He loves our music. Thank you so much. We love Peru and we'd love to go. But then Farron chimes back in English this time. And I need to clarify something. He says, do you know they are going live at a pizzeria at my work?
Oh, are you broadcasting
are you talking
us?
about us, Farron? Like, is this stream live at your pizzeria right now? And if so, can you send us free pizza?
Yes. To 3 separate locations.
Yes, we're actually in 3 separate locations.
Oh, look, there she is.
Klondike 555.
Look at her eyeball.
So we're gonna need confirmation on that. Like, I don't know if you're talking about somebody else asking us if we know so and so is being streamed, or if you're saying we are live at your pizzeria. But if we are, I think that's really awesome.
Yeah.
Shout out to the kitchen staff. They don't get enough credit, I don't think. Making the pizzas back there, the hot ovens. It's intense work. We appreciate you.
It's the Lord's work.
Yes, for sure.
Man, it's Cinco de Mayo. We're
that was
talking
my
about
quick
pizza.
pause.
I'll take pepperoni and cheese. Thanks.
But yeah, we hope everybody
Josh.
wants to get on this giveaway. I'm going to be checking the Patreon throughout the month, but tonight, I'll send it to everybody tonight who is on that tier. So if you want it today, you can sign up right now. Patreon.com/the Nearly Deads. Any of the producer tiers or the gaming tier, you can upgrade or sign up if you're not already a member. I'm just going to keep an eye on it the rest of the month, and when you pop on, I will be messaging you a link or the files themselves.
Yeah.
TJ, should we give everybody like a sample?
Yeah. Oh God, I haven't of the thing of the EP or of the song of the
Yeah,
Believer?
of the EP.
Yeah. Oh God.
Okay,
Josh,
so
have
I
you
don't know
even,
how
has
this is
Josh
gonna
even
sound.
heard this?
This might be my first time hearing it.
Oh yeah, because Josh was not in the band, so it might sound. I don't know how it's gonna sound. You're gonna have to tell me because right now the only audio you guys getting from me is this microphone here.
Uh-oh. It'll probably sound pretty shitty, but that's all right.
And I don't have it because I'm on my laptop. I don't have it hooked up to my monitors, so it's going to be coming out of my desktop speakers. So we'll just see, but at least you'll get a tease here. So we've got 3 tracks on here. This one is called Safe to Say.
Wait, there's more than 3 tracks on that thing, no?
Well, the bonus track.
Okay.
But that's like 15 seconds.
Oh, we thought we were being so cool doing a hidden track.
Yeah.
We were like, oh, God.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's 30 seconds.
I love it.
So this first one is called Safe to Say. I don't even know if TJ remembers it. Can you hear it all right?
Oh, and you're cutting it off. I love it. Oh, dude, that's a banger.
Nice.
I remember that song. I don't remember like all those lyrics, but I'm just like, oh shit, this is like a really positive song. I want to live an extraordinary life. Want to show you what I'm made of. I remember that part. Y'all, my
right,
cat. I think my cat just pooped or something. She has the zoomies. What are you doing, Mom?
Yeah, I saw her flying around back there.
Did you guys see her?
Yeah.
All right.
So is it like the no backdrop from now on the streams? Like, am I not allowed the backdrop now so you guys can see my messy house and my cat?
Absolutely.
I was going to play the other ones, but what if we just space it out? You know, throughout the stream tonight, we'll do random timeouts.
We'll do another little
sample the other tracks.
Okay.
Matt just says my black cat does the exact same thing. Having a poo is very exciting.
Either that or scary.
You know why cats do it? It's because in the wild, they know that predators can smell their waste, and so they bolt so they don't get like attacked. It's like an instinctual thing.
Wow.
Yeah. So she needs to know she's safe. So like you have to pretty much that's why cats do it.
That's crazy.
It's an evolutionary. Josh,
Yeah.
Remember when I came over to your house that time and we watched that documentary?
I always. That's literally where my mind went when you were saying that.
We like
cat documentary. It was really good though. It was like really interesting.
It was.
Yeah.
Oh, Jordan's home.
Sergeant MT.
Everybody say hi to Jordan.
Did
Hi,
Jordan just poop?
No.
Does Jordan have the zoomies?
Dude, I'm going to start doing that. I mean, you know how at Warped Tour and everybody like wakes up in the morning and waits for like the porta potties? It was kind of the same.
Oh, God. That's something I do not miss.
You need to like have the fresh porta potty. Hi, baby. Say hi to everybody.
Oh, hi, guys.
Hey, Jordan.
They all know we're getting married in 10 days.
I'll see you guys in like 10 days, and I'm going to get an extra drink for Josh.
Yeah, get him 151.
Yeah.
151 rum, and that's all he needs.
We can't afford that.
I'll buy some
Keep-
drinks for him.
You bottom shelf. rail rum.
Keep the stash.
I did.
For the wedding.
I was really excited
Yeah.
though that we do have some sort. We have like a bourbon, like so you can have your 7 and 7s.
Nice.
Had to make sure. Because at first we weren't going to serve liquor. It was just going to be beer and stuff. And then we were just like, F it. Open bar.
That's awesome.
So there's going to be liquor now. So I'm a little afraid of what's going to happen. But okay, so listen to this, guys. In the wedding world, apparently
Doug.
I know he's shaving that fucking mustache before the wedding. You better believe it. Okay.
No.
This is just his time to have fun with it. And then after we're married, he can do whatever the fuck he wants with his facial hair. But like he's not going to have so you think. Yeah, well, he needs to shave it like at least a couple days before so it's not all like messy. It's not all like, bumpy. Anyway, so our caterer was like, because of COVID, you can't have you haven't been able to have like walk-up bar areas at weddings. You have to just like have somebody serve you a drink like you're at a restaurant. And so it's a lot of extra work for the caterers, and like, the wedding industry has really been like pushing back towards governors and laws and stuff about like, hey, like we're just trying to run our businesses. Like, if everyone's wearing masks and stuff, what's the big deal? So now that our restrictions are lifting, we're able to have like a regular kind of a bar. People just have to wear their masks. And we were able to have like more people and all that stuff, and like put chairs and tables closer together. Not everything has to be 6 feet apart. It just has to be 3 feet apart now. So like stuff's lifting. And she was just basically just like, no one's been drinking at weddings because of this having to be served. And I feel like it's maybe if you're sitting at a table and you have to keep asking a waiter for a drink, you don't want to look like an alcoholic, so you don't go crazy. Or whatever it may be, or that is just too much work to get served. So people naturally drink a little less. And she's like, we haven't been going through any alcohol at weddings.
Wow.
So our wedding hopefully will go through some because, I don't know. It's unlimited, apparently. I was like, what happens if, is there like a limit? Like, I don't know. It's basically just like one blanket thing that we're paying for. So it's not like they charge you after the fact based on how much people drank, right? Because some open bars are like that. So.
Yeah.
Dano
we'll make
said,
sure we drink a lot.
yeah, get my money's worth, please. We've been scrimping and saving for like 2 years to throw this. So, drink up.
Oh, I will. Josh, the goal is, since you have like a 6 a.m. flight the next day, the goal is to just drink and never go to sleep.
That's probably
You
what
just
will happen.
Go straight to the airport.
Yeah.
And then pass out on your flight and your layover or whatever.
Yeah. I'll be back in town at like 10, so I can just go to sleep.
10 in the morning?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys leave early.
Yeah.
I don't leave as early. I tried to stretch it as far as I could.
Yeah, for like a 2-hour difference, it was like $400 more.
Right.
That's like, all right. Like
Man, yeah, why are flights so damn expensive? I thought, you remember last year when COVID hit and flights were like wicked cheap and everyone's like, I'm going to Mexico for $200. And then they had to cancel it because of COVID and shit anyway. But like, man, airline tickets were like fucking so cheap, and now they're so expensive.
Yeah.
But, whatever. They have to make up for lost money. That's what Jordan says.
Yeah.
Dano says you can't have a hangover if you don't get sober.
Actually, that's false, because for me, I can drink champagne and immediately have a hangover while I'm still buzzing from champagne. Like, I hate drinking champagne, like getting drunk on it. I mean, for some reason, mimosas don't do it as bad. I don't know if just having the orange juice, but like wine or champagne drunk, it's like immediate hangover.
Oh, wait. Okay, so I just caught this Twitch comment from Derper that's somebody was like, what did I miss out on or whatever? And Derper's like, you missed a cool sample of a song. My cat has the zoomies. Josh needs to pick up slack. And a Mario Pizza Party stream. And that made me realize, like, did we discuss that we were also going to be eating pizza while playing Mario Party? Because
I mean, I said pizza party, but
Yes,
Yeah.
because I just feel like
because that's a great idea.
if you're gonna
and
play
we're
Mario
absolutely
Party,
doing it.
you kind of have to have pizza too.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
Mario Pizza Party, and it's going to be either a Patreon exclusive stream if we can figure that out, or I'm pretty sure like Streamlabs, I can figure out how to stream just to something, or we can stream a Zoom call directly into something. Like we can figure it out, but that's going to be like June, July. Like it won't be anytime soon. Oh my God,
This is an
speaking of
inside
pizza.
joke for the Twitch streamers.
Oh, you
Um,
gotta work out.
They had to have been there, but Doolin, I started reading your comment, and I kid you not, I got as far as how cool would it be to build a floating city, and then I was like, assuming the rest of that was going to be on a raft of Cheerios. And how many Cheerios would you need to, I thought that's where we were going with it as a callback to the previous stream debate. But no, a floating city concert on the Black Sea would be pretty metal.
So speaking
I
of
like it.
pizza, let's everybody put their favorite toppings in the comments first and foremost. I need to hear everyone's favorite toppings. And I have seen this thing called pickle pizza. What are your thoughts?
What? Pickle pizza?
Yeah.
Sounds awesome to me. I love pickles.
I'd have it. I mean, because
And you
there's some
dip it-
places that I've gone that have like cheeseburger pizza. It's like a mustard sauce with like, cheddar and white jack cheese. And then it's got like ground beef, tomato, and pickle and stuff on it. Some of them will drizzle it with like Big Mac sauce.
Yeah. I pictured it would be like a fried pickle pizza, like a ranch. Like
that actually
sauce,
sounds
you know?
fucking awesome. They showed it on some viral, thing was like, would you eat pickle pizza? And it shows these ladies like dipping it in ranch with pickles, and they're like, holy shit, they're like orgasming over it. But like it's just regular ass pickles. Fried pickles, that sounds like it would actually add a bit of like salty, like crunchy to the pizza, which actually would sound like yum. That sounds good, actually.
I don't know. I do regular because I think the cheeseburger pizza, it was just regular pickled chips on it.
Is it just like pizza sauce with just pickles on it? Like I don't.
Do they make
Yeah,
it with pizza sauce?
I feel like
is
you'd
it
need a
pizza
ranch
sauce?
base.
Yeah.
You need like a ranch base for sure.
Yeah.
Do y'all dip your pizza in ranch? That sounds so nasty.
Oh, dude, I mean, I already kind of liked ranch before I moved to Tennessee,
Steve
but
is
after
having
moving
a
to
religious
Tennessee,
experience over here.
yeah, ranch, pizza crust and ranch is like a staple here. It's like, I'll even dip my whole pizza in it sometimes. But by the way, Derper, good call. I discovered, because I am a fan of the Hawaiian pizza. I know pineapple is a very touchy subject. I like it, but I discovered recently that pepperoni and pineapple is way better than ham and pineapple. Just, the spiciness of the pepperoni. Chef kiss.
That sounds pretty good. I love pineapple on pizza, so cancel me now if you don't agree. I love it. Pineapple and like red onion and like barbecue sauce instead of pizza sauce. Like it's the shit, man.
Dude, I love anything on pizza, really. Like there's a restaurant called The Goat here.
Oh,
and
that place
I think
is
it's a chain.
so good. It's
Yeah.
a local chain. There's a few locations around Nashville.
Yeah, and they got their main items, like they have the goat burger or the goat pizza and the whatever, because it's like goat cheese is like one of the toppings, but their goat pizza, it's like goat cheese, spinach with like cherry tomatoes and red pepper and basil and red onion, and it's super good.
Nice.
Oh, and it has like a balsamic drizzle over it.
So today on the Nearly Dead's live stream, we're talking about food.
Yeah.
Clearly, that's the theme of the day.
And then clearly why right now Twitch, okay, this is how we know our demographics. Apparently Twitch viewers love to eat because our viewer numbers are climbing. YouTube, the YouTube nation is not into food. The viewership is dropping over
They just-
in that region. It's dropped in half. They're
They
like,
must
what the
eat
fuck's going
pizza.
on? We're talking about pizza toppings.
Who
What is
are
this?
these fucking
I thought it was a
people?
band.
Who are these people? Do you
Oh,
want
Rest Forever Mexican pizza with chorizo is fantastic. There's a place that's called Donato's here that's got really good Mexican pizza.
Let's see. Bill Ford said buffalo chicken. So
Okay, yes,
Oh,
Ford,
yeah.
I can back
Oh,
that up. I can
yeah.
back that up.
Jordan puts like Frank's on everything, so I guess that's not. We don't eat meat, so but he'll put that shit on everything. So
Hey, you could do a buffalo tofu pizza. Probably be pretty
Mm.
good.
yeah, totally.
By the way, this is like normally we have kind of a pseudo structure to these, and we always give Patreon topics and questions priority, but for some reason this is a sleepy month over in Patreon
You gotta
land.
post on the Facebook page and not the Patreon.
Okay, well, either way, we got nothing from Patreon, so this is sort of a free for all
It's also
episode.
only the 5th
So
of the month.
it's all viewer, like whatever you guys are running the show tonight. So you give us your questions, you give us your topics, and we will. Ninja Turtles, their rule was always but no anchovies. Is there anybody here that would actually put anchovies on their pizza? They're just too strong. I mean, they're salty, but too strong of that. Like, I don't like sardines or anything that's like super fishy.
I've never brought myself to try and I just can't.
Should
It's-
that be
it's just too
another live
much.
stream?
Yeah.
Much.
You guys trying anchovies?
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
know.
that more content. Somebody send Josh a can of anchovies, and he has to try it on the live
Yes.
stream.
A can that was sent through the mail. It's probably outdated.
It's got all warm. It's all warm in the sun, and the packaging is all
that's
warm.
terrible.
What's up, Alex? Happy to have you on.
But
Hello,
like
Alex.
so many, I guess anchovies are really just really salty fish. So like if you think about it, a pickle on top of a pizza is kind of the same concept. It's just crunchy versus slimy.
Right.
Ugh.
I don't know.
And
pickle
versus
to me is-
fishy.
We're all.
Just-
Why'd you have to say anchovy? Now we're all gagging.
Ugh. I mean, I like pickles. I don't know. Doesn't compare.
Who was everyone's favorite Ninja Turtle?
Raph.
Donatello for sure.
Wait, why
That's who we were-
Raphael and why Donatello?
Ooh. Well, I liked Red, but he was like the tough one. I don't know. I just liked him. I liked his
He was
weapons
kind
too.
of like
but-
yeah, he had the size, right?
Yeah.
He's kind of like he's the leader, clearly.
Is he the leader?
I thought
I thought.
Leonardo was kind of the leader.
I thought. Yeah. Like.
Raph is like the rebel. He's the
Yeah.
one that's like too cool for school. Like, you can't boss me around,
He
Leo.
wants to like fight everybody. Kind of that guy.
So
He was-
who was yours, Steve?
Mine was Donatello, and basically because I guess Donatello's me. He was kind of the quiet nerd, kind of hangs out in the background. Like he's the techie one and like invents stuff. So I always kind of like related to him not being socially in the forefront. And then I also liked the bow staff. I felt like if I was going to have a weapon, it's got some solid reach on it. You know, I don't have to get up and close and personal like nunchucks and size. I can just smack you across the head from at least like 6 feet away. Obviously swords are cool, but I always thought that was like cliche. I was like, of course everyone likes the swords. And me being a nonconformist kid, it's like I didn't like anything that was popular.
Yeah.
Oh, that's on the radio. It's stupid.
I know. Why were we all so bitter and jaded when we were like kids? Like
I know.
we like when we like it was like because we're the millennials who are like so we went through like the emo phase, right? And we're not over it yet, right? And all it was like, that was the thing to be like, this sucks. This is trash. Everything's da da da. Like we were all trash talking everyone the whole time. And then like now it's all like, you go girl, body positivity, and like all this, like everyone rocks, everyone's living their best life, like you do you. Like I'm like, why couldn't it have been like that when we were that age, when we were coming of age? Everything was so like bitter, and like I remember like certain bands I like hated, and now I'm like, they're my favorite bands and my favorite artists. Like I was like, oh, Lady Gaga, that's trash, and Kesha, and I'm like, you know what, actually I freaking love Kesha, I love Lady Gaga, I love all of it. Like I love all of it. Like why were we all so
That's how I
jaded?
was with bands like Korn and whatnot. I was like,
That's how
that's
yeah.
not metal.
Oh yeah, like new metal bands. You'd be like, oh, they suck. And now we listen to like, you listen. Well, actually, I'm not gonna lie. I love Limp Bizkit when I was younger, and I still do. So like, don't even mess with my Limp Bizkit. But and it's like in a non-ironic way.
Yeah.
Come on. And it's a non-ironic way. It's like a real, like it just brings me back, man, to like so many like good like high school memories, I guess. And like, I don't know, fuck it.
I totally trolled on the internet. I try not to be that guy because most of the time, I would say 98% of the time, I'm a positive, supportive person. But every once in a while, I get the urge to troll, and somebody made a post on Facebook that was like Oasis or Radiohead, and I was like, who's the better band? And I was like, Oasis for sure. I was like, Radiohead is elevator music.
Nerd, and like here's a pop. Now it's like everybody just does everything, and like so many of the arts and things that made us like nerdy in high school are like celebrated so much today. It's like, and video games too. Let's face it, they're huge now.
Oh yeah.
And
I'm still like, I still feel awkward telling people I play video games just because, you know, growing up, you were a huge dork if you did. By the way, what's up, Natty on YouTube? I don't know. I think yes, you're right that things are different in a good way in certain ways, but the fact is kids are just going to be shitty. It doesn't matter what generation or how you're brought up. Like kids are going to be competitive. They're going to find ways to tease each other and make fun of each other. And they're going to bully and they're going to do whatever. They're just going to do it for different things. You know, maybe kids are more accepting of like diversity and stuff like that now, but they're still going to just be like, oh, you suck at Fortnite, and, you know, oh, your mom. You know, your mom this, your mom, you know, it's like that's not going to change with kids.
Dude, speaking of your mom, no one says that anymore.
Oh, they do. They do. Just in more graphic ways that
I feel like it's like you would say something and somebody would be like, your mom, and like, not anymore.
Right.
Your mom.
They would just say it maybe ironically now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. See, Derper agrees. She's not getting the Animal Crossing. You don't quite get the same toxicity as he would.
I don't know. Maybe I just feel like in the TikTok like community, it's a lot of positivity and stuff. And like, I associate that with like younger kids. Like I could be being like totally ageist here, but like I do see a lot of negative comments online to like drag queens I follow or like artists I like, and there's so much hate. It's awful. So I don't know that that's coming from the 14-year-old kid who just loves everything. I feel like that's coming from the older generation. Like, you know, the Karens and stuff, they're not 15, 16-year-old kids who are just, you know, learning how to be in the world. They're like adults, fully fledged adults who are like, I don't really like this, and this is why. It's like, no one fucking cares. Shut up. If you
Josh, by the way, you're gonna get
like
some anchovies.
If you don't like something, oh my God, who's sending you anchovies?
Doolin.
Yeah.
He found an abandoned Soviet bunker.
Oh God.
And there were anchovies in it. So that's the anchovies that you're gonna get.
Wait, where are those comments coming from?
Twitch. See, we started talking about turtles.
Okay,
and then
sorry.
We're way back.
We're way back. Okay, so my favorite Ninja Turtle is Donatello because he was purple, and my favorite color was purple. And also, he isn't
Yeah.
he's more of the artistic one.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like a more. I feel like maybe I resonated with him. The one.
Right. That's the right pick. Everybody else is wrong. Donatello.
No, dude.
It's
See,
the
you're
best. I
doing
love
you're doing the
Ransom.
thing where you're like, I'm right and everyone else is wrong. Let everyone like their own Ninja Turtle. There is no wrong answer because they're all badass.
Yeah.
Well, you think there's no wrong answer. but
Especially-
I just really
no.
liked red. Was the initial
Like, I feel like,
reason.
am I wrong that you pick the Ninja Turtle that also has your favorite color?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you're a kid, you're
Yeah.
like, I like purple. That's mine.
Same
Yeah.
with Power Rangers. It like didn't matter. Like Power Rangers, it was just like whose color suit did you like better, or whose transformation did you like? Real quick, I've got some support going on in YouTube right now. Soul Queef or SOLQF. Soliloquy FG says play Call of Duty for a while.
Ugh.
You'll hear your mom plenty over there. We're still saying it.
Dude.
Oh, I'm sure.
Let's talk about Soul Queef.
Soul Queef.
Okay.
There's so many directions we could go. Okay, first of
Oh.
all, that sounds like like if you're watching an episode of South Park and there's a band in it, that's the name of the band.
That is
Period.
definitely.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
second of all, and now, Soul QFG. Maybe it's time I change my YouTube handle. So,
I'm sorry. I don't know. I was just
what
trying to
or is
read
a
it.
soul queef when like you're just having like an emotional moment and your soul queef?
Oh,
I'm sorry. I've had half a Dos Equis.
Oh
I didn't
my
know what I was
God.
saying.
it's
Oh.
Cinco de Mayo. What do you expect?
Right, right.
That's funny.
Well, okay, chat. Tell us what genre would Soul Queef be?
Oh fuck!
Mm.
Yeah,
Like
what
it
genre
would
of
be
music?
like a cerebral jam band / metal. Progressive.
Yeah, I was immediately
songs.
thinking like Fish or Dave Matthews or something, or My Morning Jacket. Definitely that kind of.
No, well, if you were to make it like be like a pretentious like we're soul queef, then yeah, it would sound like that.
That's so funny.
but if we're talking like what an actual band named Soul Queef would sound like, it would be like fucking death metal, and they would just we're Soul Queef. It's horrible.
Well, I'm glad you got a laugh out of that.
So it
I
stands for.
I prefer to make people laugh over be offended.
But like it's a death metal band that is also a reggae band, like period.
I think that actually exists. I feel like I've heard death metal reggae before.
Who? But am I thinking of Seven Dust or not really? Or Finger 11? Maybe they're kind of like that. Mm.
Oh, you got Corn with the Corn scat or the Corn skank.
maybe that's
Yeah.
a soul queef. Jonathan Davis is scatting. That is a soul queef.
Mix of soul and farting sounds. By the way, I don't remember Biker Mice from
What the
Mars. What is
hell?
that, Natty?
Biker Mice from Mars. Okay. So it stands for Sierra Online Quest for Glory. Is that a game? Is that a video game? Or does it have more significance than that? Let us know.
Wait,
I
what
think
did you
it's
say?
It's an acronym. The screen name is an acronym. SOLQFG.
Oh,
So it's an acronym for Sierra Online Quest for Glory. I feel like that's a video game. A cartoon? An old DOS game. Oh.
Hmm.
Do you guys have any favorite?
I feel like Sierra Online sounds familiar.
Is that like America Online? I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like what Prodigy?
It sounds like something one of the units from StarCraft would say. or
old
something.
dial-up
Sierra
internet.
Online.
Hmm. Quest for Glory.
I feel like I'm back. We're backed up on the Twitch comments here. You dueling.
Biker Mice is a game and a TV show? Okay, we're looking this up. What's
Okay, you look that up while I catch us up on the Twitch comments. Doolin says teenagers are forced to be social, and so mom mentality sets in. As adults, we are just like, well, as long as they are leaving me alone, what do I care? Religious types are super judgy, I find. That all makes sense. I could see that. Right or wrong judgments.
this
There is
is
only different or the
amazing.
same. True.
Biker mice
It's
from
very
Mars.
Yoda of you, Doug. That's the mice thing.
Wow.
Look how badass they look. I'm gonna turn my light off.
I don't remember that at all.
No, but look at how cool they are.
I mean, they got glasses. Or do I remember that? I don't know.
It just makes me. It
Like,
reminds me of like street.
When I
Sharks.
saw
That's what
this,
they are.
I was like, oh yeah, these are some badass dudes.
Wow.
Like, they're ripped. Look at that outfit too. Look at the shades and the freaking vest and like, You guys
Durfer knew what it was.
You guys need to start dressing like that. Okay, next photo shoot. We're dressing
Okay.
like
Perfect.
biker mice.
I'm in.
This does seem familiar. Like look at the
like,
logo.
It seems familiar, but I just keep thinking of Street Sharks, and I feel like that's what it's reminding me of.
Yeah, it was
Well,
probably
Stephen
a knockoff
Dayo
of
is
Street
saying that
Sharks.
he thinks it was on Super Nintendo. Was it a video game? I feel, yeah, I don't know. It's like Battletoads, something like that. kinda.
Dude, okay, Street Sharks.
Oh, that's
Yeah. Chomping through the streets. That was great.
That
That came out around the time you got like Street Sharks, Gargoyles, like
I loved gargoyles.
Oh, me too.
I got Bionic Shock in here. I'm trying to exercise, but I can't stop laughing so hard. Well, we're happy to entertain. That's what we try to do. I noticed like about 6 or 7 you left on Twitch. I hope I didn't offend with my soul queef comment.
That is just so good.
Every stream there's something that's like the standout. Like a few weeks ago it was like freaking bananas, and then it was like apparently Cheerios, and I missed that, and now there's this. So it's like I love how our little community of like fans and friends and patrons are just like, now we have all these like weird inside jokes that it's like you gotta watch the stream.
Yeah.
If you're not watching the stream, you're only getting half the story.
True.
You guys, I cannot wait to like meet you guys out on tour and like play shows again and be like normal band again. Like this is great. Like I have a lot of fun doing this, but just gets me even more excited to like see you guys in person and hang out with you. Like my band.
Very true.
We all haven't
Josh,
seen each other in a
Bionic
really
Shell
long time.
says that, fun fact, that the voice actor who played Raph did the voice of one of the mice on that show. Like that show was a ripoff of TMNT.
Maybe Biker Mice though,
cool.
because isn't Shredder like, or Splinter like a mouse that got like?
It's a rat.
Yeah,
he's a rat. I was gonna say maybe like Biker Mice is like the prequel, and it's just like an awesome
Splinter
ninja
was a
mouse.
biker mouse.
So let's see. Summer UK is always in the cards. It's just a matter of making it happen. Semantics, the behind the scenes, pulling the funds together, getting the scheduling, booking the shows.
Oh, talking about going to the UK?
Yeah.
I think we should do it, even if we just lose a bunch of money trying to do it. I feel like we have a lot of fans over there who would come see us.
That's true. It's true. Well, even if Summer alone, Matt.
We would have to find somebody to go with.
worth
Like maybe somebody will take us with them, like I Set to Kill or somebody who's been there before, who we know. We could always reach out to like
Lonesome
a booking
Town or something. I don't know.
But the thing is, like, when you've never played somewhere, they're like sketchy about booking you because they're like, well, how do we know you're going to bring people? Blah, blah, blah.
Well, you just tell them up front, we're not. We're just going to come play in your bar and
free.
we won't add to your patronage at all. But, it'll be fun.
Festivals and stuff. But I think we talked about this last time. It's like, it's very difficult as an independent band to even get your foot in the door for stuff like that. Like you really need either a booking agent or something like that. So we just be doing our own thing for now. But once we start
True.
releasing a new album, I feel like it's time to start focusing on that kind of stuff again. But I would really love to have some new music like ready. Some epic
Yeah.
new music, because I love the stuff that we're working on. I love, the Revenge stuff, and like we haven't really even we toured a lot on Revenge, but not to like a lot of big crowds. Like we weren't like able to do a lot of festivals with that
Yeah, I was
music.
so bummed that record came out after the In This Moment tour, because I feel like those songs would have
Would have
killed on that
gone
tour.
over
Yeah.
like even better. Yeah. Well, I think the reason that we even made that record was because we did that tour, and we're just like, wow, like these heavier songs really go over well with people. We really kind of fit in with this crowd.
While we're waiting for In This Moment to
Yeah.
sound check.
Yeah,
Speaking-
the Shed jams, like all those songs almost came from that tour.
Shed
Mhm.
jams.
We had that like week off at Hobbies,
Yeah.
just jammed in 100-degree shed.
Speaking of music, I need a refill. Should we play another track off the EP while I go get the beer?
Sure.
Ooh,
Okay. Well, you guys feel free to listen to, and TJ can commentate. What happened?
real time reaction.
Hey, what happened?
What happened?
I'm gonna play that one while I go get another drink.
Oh God.
Ooh, feedback.
That was intentional because we were edgy.
And that's what I was saying. That's some edge right there.
This song rips. It's so good. Why did we shelf it, man?
We have to hash them out now. There's a lot of attitude on this one.
I had more attitude. I'm too soft now. I got soft, Joshy.
Yeah, now we're soul queefs.
Shut up. I need to rework some of the lyrics. Like, I feel like at the time I was like, no, I'm sticking to my guns and singing about the environment or whatever. And then I was like, and I remember JK being like, and now I'm just like, dude, why? It doesn't really fly. But like the song itself is like baller. So I'm like, you know what? I'm way more open now to changing shit than I was back then. I was like, no, this is what I want to say. But now I'd be like, you know what? That song and that melody with like maybe some different lyrics about something more like, because my lyrics used to be all over the place. I'd be like, I'm singing about this 1 minute and this the next. And like, it was never, it wasn't like fine tuned very well.
Right.
So,
what did JK, when we showed him the album, JK would always like make up names for our songs, like just based off the lyrics. And wasn't this one called like Dead Seals or like Save the Whales or something?
Save the Whales, yeah.
The oil spill song.
But like that verse is catchy. I really do like these old songs, but I think we just none of these evolved into actual songs. Did they? We just started fresh when we met JK.
Right.
Which is like, all right, 10 years later, they still hold up.
In a grungy, like B-side sort of way.
Yes.
What do they call them? The hidden tapes? The lost tapes?
The lost tapes. Yes, the lost sessions. The lost sessions. The brown owl sessions.
Right.
Speaking of soul queefs.
Speaking of Brown Owl, we kind of full circled it. Like that was the first EP we ever recorded in Nashville. And then last year or 2 years ago, when we did Watch Your Back with Brian Craddock, we tracked drums at Brown Owl Studio. And that was kind of like the last track before we went on a hiatus. So it was kind of like Brown Owl bookended that section
Era.
of the Nearly Dead.
That era.
That era. And now that we're back, we're starting this era with COVID, recording all over the place. Josh recording percussion in Pennsylvania, and TJ doing vocals in Rhode Island, me and Javi doing guitars and stuff in Nashville.
Yeah.
Crazy times.
It's definitely like a more lengthy process.
For sure.
It is. It's interesting though how the songs are coming together. I was thinking about that the other day. Like, it's kind of cool how like even like The Believer, the last thing we tracked was drums, which is unorthodox when you're thinking of like how the standard progression.
I don't think we're gonna do that again.
No, and you know, we don't have to. It's just, it worked. It was weird, but it worked, you know.
It sounds good, but I think we talked about this last time where we were just like, oh, it's acoustic, whatever. Then we're like, no, it has to be even more tight because it's acoustic. And then it was like, so that's why we should start with drums and the bass line and everything first and do vocals last like we normally do.
Yeah.
Because then I can lock in.
Yeah, because it's not even like, I would even say it's more reimagining than even acoustic.
Yeah, totally.
Right.
Besides there being acoustic.
And, well, I would still argue that I don't think we're starting with drums on any of the tracks, but we will do them earlier in the process, earlier than like vocals and like the leady extra on top stuff. But the core of the song is the
Guitar.
acoustic, or if say some of the
Piano.
tracks are piano based. So piano, you kind of have to have
Ooh.
that foundation for Josh to even come up with the parts too.
Wait till you guys hear some of these piano jams.
What's up, White Wolf from Arizona? We love Arizona. That's a cool state. And Natty, I had no idea you're from Wales. My grandmother is full-blooded Welsh, so I have some ties to that country. I guess that makes me quarter Welsh.
Have any of you guys taken a DNA thing?
What's that?
Has anyone done an ancestry?
No, I haven't paid for it. I mean, I know I'm quarter Welsh. If my grandmother is full-blooded Welsh, that makes me quarter. But I definitely can't speak it. That is a hard language. It's like all consonants and no vowels, and a lot of.
I'm sure it's a beautiful language.
Pedwa Pip is like, is that 5, 6? Or some of the numbers. I'm trying to think numbers. Something like Dim Diach is like thank you or something like that. Yeah, exactly. The Welsh flag is badass. I used to have a jersey from the Welsh rugby team, and I always felt cool wearing it to school. So yeah. All right, chat. What's the next topic? This is your live session.
You call the shots.
You call the shots.
So Natty said you got to respect a country with a dragon in its flag, and I was like, it is pretty badass.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Nice. It's a badass flag. That's great.
Yeah.
Steve, you should get this tattooed since you're Welsh. That would be badass. Or just the dragon or something.
I'm quarter Welsh, quarter German, quarter cracker, or half cracker.
So what are we doing? What are we doing now? A challenge? A pronunciation challenge?
Oh, I guess Natty's calling for that, but we told the chat to bring up the next topic. So let's see what we got.
Oh, Derper said, do you change your wall every day or sit in different rooms? Steve, I think he sits in different rooms. Some days usually I have like a backdrop because I don't want you guys to see where I live because that's kind of creepy. But I mean, today my cat fell asleep on my lap and I didn't have a lot of time to prepare because I didn't want to move her.
Yeah, normally I'm in this room, which is my office, and then sometimes I am in the
Mm.
TV room. That's the days you see the movie posters behind me.
I like this
Yeah,
room. I like
sometimes
the
you have
Legos.
Jaws behind you.
What's that?
Sometimes you have Jaws behind you. I just realized.
Yeah, that's the when I'm in the TV room.
Is
This
this
is just my couch and a white wall.
nice, Josh? Give us a tour of your room.
Let's
yes.
see.
I don't know
Okay,
if you
okay,
can
yes,
see. I got
tour the
like
room.
toys right there.
Just Alex
that a
says I kind of
Godzilla?
miss the riffs,
Godzilla.
like in
Nice.
Diamond in the Rough. Well, I mean the new album's gonna have lots of riffs on it. I mean, acoustic. We're just taking the songs that were riffy and kind of reimagining them, in an acoustic light.
Okay, so Natty posted a Welsh word, and that's the correct way to say the language, right? Welsh, like if you're speaking
Yeah.
Welsh. Okay, so, and I'm hoping that it doesn't translate to Solqueef in Welsh, but it might.
Wait,
it's
did
on
he
YouTube.
type it out? Where is it?
It's on YouTube. All right, so I'm gonna try to pronounce it.
I can't see it.
Roshlancher Gog.
Berlaunchergog.
No, it has a R. So
Oh, ro. I thought you said bro.
Roshlancher Gog. Rugog. Roshlancher Gog. Tell me how I did. Okay. Who's next?
I can't see it.
Town. Oh, it's a town name. Did I do good? Was I close? I need to see it phonetically.
Yeah, thanks for calling me out, Soulqueef.
Don't stop calling him Solqueef. Solqueef is its own animal now.
No, that's his new name. I'm sorry.
It could
it can't be undone. It
we
was
don't
said.
know that it's a he. Okay.
I have spoken.
So we need to know. What was it? It's Sierra. Okay, Sierra Online. Let us know who you are. Let us know your real name, so we can not. So Steven can stop calling you Soulqueef. Okay.
Yes, Derper, I'm on a laptop. It's just because when I stream games, I'm doing it on my Xbox, so it's just easier to bring the laptop in there and read your comments.
Put it into Google town name. Okay, Roslan Regog. Roslan Regog? That is a lot of consonants. You're so right, because you're like Regog. Ra or Ra. Regog.
Honestly, that's more vowels than I've seen in most Welsh words.
Regog. Oh, where are you from? Nashville, Boston, Rosslanger Regog. Is that where you live? I'm gonna guess that that's where you live. This is so cool. I love that we get to talk to people from all over the world. Like, it's so cool.
Yeah.
And I love that, like, nobody is remotely interested in, like, Rhode Island or Nashville. Nobody's like, say something in American, say something in English. No one cares. We're all just like, ooh, your language is so interesting, and like, tell us about your city and where you're from. And like, nobody is like, ooh, tell us about. No one cares. America's boring.
Well, when I was like in South Africa and France, people liked hearing like me and my siblings talk. They're like, oh, you're from America, but they assume everybody from America lives in Texas and lives on a ranch and rides
talks
horses
like a cowboy.
Yeah, they imagine all of America to be a John Wayne movie, basically.
All right, so Matt is saying it's always fun listening to people try to pronounce place names. What about this one? It's a town in the UK. I'm gonna guess that it's Toaster. I'm gonna guess that it's Toaster. But if it's not, then
kind of like Worcestershire.
It's spelled T-O-W.
Worcester.
Worcester is in Massachusetts. And we also have like a Greenwich, Rhode Island, North Greenwich, so you don't pronounce like the W. Yay! I did it! It's spelled Towcester, and I was like, it can't be toaster. You're just messing with me.
It's toaster.
That's exactly how Worcester is spelled. It's like, but even like, I don't even know. But Jordan, like, he had to teach me how to pronounce it when I moved to New England. He's like, okay, now don't, because we played the In This Moment show in Worcester, Mass, at the Palladium, and he's like, all right, don't fuck this up, because no one will, people will know, and they will riot if you're like Worcester. So he's like, practice Worcester, Worcester, and I was like, okay, and I nailed it.
Speaking of pronunciations, our nerdy
I'm gonna give you
fans
guys
might
one.
know what I'm talking about, but recently in video game headlines, it's been a debate on how to pronounce the new villain for Resident Evil 8. And I'm sure most of you know who I'm talking about, the one where they post the memes where they're like, I want her to step on me or step on my face.
The woman.
Yeah, the giant vampire woman.
Yeah.
And there's like a debate on how to pronounce her name.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a Rhode Island word for you guys. A lot of the like harder pronounced things in America are Native American names. Do you guys agree with that?
Yeah, like Okeechobee and
Exactly. Like they're all they're all Native American names. So I'm gonna post I'm gonna post a word, I guess, in Twitch, but we can't hear people pronounce it. Maybe I'll just do no, I'm gonna do it to Josh and Steve and see if you guys can pronounce this, because it's like it's a place in it actually might be in Connecticut. Okay.
Bye, White Wolf. Thanks for hanging out. Pick up the kiddos safe.
Okay.
Yeah, she's
Talk
like,
about something else for like 5 seconds.
Pronounce that, Derper, in your mind. Well, pronounce that out loud to us so we could hear you. But some people are saying Dimitrescu, and some people are saying Demestri. I don't know.
That's the woman.
I think it's
Dimitrescu.
Dimitrescu. Yeah, some are like saying Demi, and it's like Dimitri.
I don't think that'd be that bad.
I hate it. Why does Resident Evil now just obsessed with having people chase you the whole damn time? It gives me so much anxiety. Leave me alone. Let me explore the castle without a 9'2" vampire woman with knockers running around knocking on my door.
Okay, I sent you guys the word and I posted it in Twitch so you guys can see how it's spelled. So did you guys get the text?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm terrible at I can't pronounce American words. Well, this is
American. This is an American word. All right, that was really
These are
loud.
the kind of American words that I can't pronounce. Misquamicut.
Okay, yeah.
No, the T is probably silent. It's probably like Misquamiku or something. You probably say it like qua, like, because like squall, isn't that like a woman? Like,
no, dude.
A young Native American woman is like a squaw. Or was that something racist in Peter Pan that I didn't?
No, I mean I think all tribes I think have different dialects and languages. Like it just I don't know enough about Native American like languages. Sadly, you know, I don't really feel like enough time is dedicated in our school systems to like teach us about Native Americans. We just, you know, I don't want to get into this because I feel like that's going to be a political discussion from the 1800s or from the 1600s.
The time actually learning about the culture of
and like all these
the
other
natives is taken up by learning about how terrible the white people who took them over is.
Absolutely. All right, so we're not going to go there. But actually, Josh, you pronounced it correctly. It's Misquamicut.
Really?
But you could do instead of cut more like a kit, like Misquamicut.
Oh, okay.
You know, but yeah, you
less
were right.
F on the cut. I can't say that word.
Like I feel like everything up here, if it's a cut, like I mean, nobody says Connecticut.
Yeah, that's true.
Connecticut. You
Kit.
know, it's like a more of a kit.
Misquamicut.
So, and apparently, Dimitrescu. That's
Yeah. Yeah,
Just
you're
how-
probably right, Derper. And honestly, I didn't even catch that in the demo. I love how we're having a topic about pronunciation, but in an environment where only 3 people can actually speak and pronounce things. Everybody else is like typing out all these words and like
No, give us weird words to try to pronounce, because most of these people are from other countries. So this is fun. I like this.
Hmm.
We have Poland, Poland, UK, Wales.
yeah, I love how
Norway.
we're covering bases. If you have any Danish or all our Asian fans are asleep right now.
All right, we have. Do we even have Asian fans? I know that we must, but I feel like we mainly.
They're not as vocal.
Yeah, I
for
feel like we
sure.
mainly communicate with like UK. There we get a lot of Philippines.
We have
'cause
Middle
they
Eastern
speak-
fans. They're probably
Yeah.
asleep right now.
True. So
Yeah.
for what was it? Solstice Online. I'm George from Texas. Very little accent. Don't ride horses. Sorry to disappoint. So George, we will now refer to you as George and not Soulqueef.
George, we'll refer to you as George from Texas.
George from Texas.
George from Texas.
We're from Texas. We like things big.
Iceland places are rough to pronounce. They
Oh,
are.
I can imagine.
They are.
Any kind of Norwegian or like Nordic language.
Alex, just give us like one word. Cause we want to know.
What did Dano give us? I can start easy on you. Rezo? Is that Rezo?
Rezezao. Rezezao. We have to go for it, Josh. Can you see the
It's
comment?
probably just
No, I can't see.
It's on Twitch.
Oh, and Doolin is over here learning Russian, and so he's given us a long Russian word.
Kremenchug Konstantin Ovskoye.
Skoye. Yeah, that's all we got there.
What does that even
Konstantinov.
mean? Konstantinos.
Konstantinovskoye. Konstantinov.
Is anyone entertained by this? I hope
Hey,
you guys are, because I'm having fun. We're losing viewers. No.
I read the Metro books. I know about Russian. Gulast.
Pronounce
say it?
Calmsneil, Texas. Gulast from Alex.
Coleman or Coleman is.
Comesnail.
It's just when I start.
He's like,
When
no.
I start translating all of these into podcasts, they're going to get to this episode and this portion, and it's just going to sound like we're all on drugs here, just trying to say words for 20 minutes.
All right. So for anyone who's just tuning in, we are having our international fans give us difficult words to pronounce and trying to pronounce them live. All right. That's what we're doing. And we also, if you guys are just joining or just kind of tuning in, we also are giving away our very first EP to everybody who joins our Patreon and is in a producer and up tier for the month of May. So if you're a producer and up, you will get a copy of the first EP. Everybody else, you have to wait until we get 150 patrons. So.
Right. Either be a cool producer like Doug in the chat.
Yes.
Or you got to wait.
Or you gotta
like the rest of the losers.
I mean, I feel like you gotta sometimes like remind people like, hey, you're listening to the Nearly Dead's random fucking shit. Or people are gonna be like, what the fuck am I listening to?
Damn it, TJ, now I gotta put explicit all over everything.
Wouldn't you do that anyway?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably. Because
no one
I feel
cares.
like the Nearly Dead's music and brand in general is pretty PG. but when we're live, it becomes a whole nother animal.
Okay, so George says it's like Colmanil. Colmanil. So the S is just there for show? He said Rezazao was way off, but I'm unable to write it phonetically in the chat. Oh,
It's
man.
Rezo gun.
I don't think it is. Oh, man.
Colmanil,
Okay, R-E.
Colonel,
No, RZ.
my Neil,
What sound if you do RZ?
Colmanil.
Is that like a millennial, but also Colonel Sandler?
Sandals.
Colonel
Nay.
Sandals. Colonel Sandals.
Cornel.
Sandals.
Colonel Sandals. It's like the defunct land version of KFC where they only serve you corn. Whoa.
Fight. I wonder what a chat brawl would look like if you were like in chat and you want to fight with somebody, but you can't use like curse words or insults. You just have to explain. You got to describe what kind of like physicality you're going to do to them. So you got to type like right hook and
This
then
is-
do the Batman like pow.
Okay, I'm on goal. I'm sorry, I missed what was just happening because I was Google translating this.
Rzeszów.
Rzeszów?
Rzeszów.
That's how you say the and it's a city in Poland. Rzeszów. Rzeszów. Yeah. Man, when I was in college, like my college like professor was Polish. His last name is Zelensky. I have Polish family, and we would sing Polish music, but we had to really go through it, fine tune like phonetically. So like there's a certain things not perfect still. Is that close at least? Rzeszów? I know, because I guess now it makes sense. Like I feel like W is kind of like an F.
I like Derper's use of bonk. And then Doolin got very graphic.
I'm sorry. I'm doing Google Translate. I'm sorry.
How do
Rzeszów.
we-
And
how do I
Marth
find this on Twitch.
and
Or it's like a V. Rzeszów.
YouTube is not pregnant anymore. I don't know the context, so I don't know if this is a good or a bad thing. But good morning. I'll just leave it at that.
Hi, baby.
Okay, Doug is countering with a sassy looking Bob's Burgers app, I think.
Wait, what's happening?
Doug and Doolin or Derper
Doolin.
and Doug are battling it out. And I said in a chat battle, like, how do you battle in chat without using swears or insults? You got to like describe your physical brawl.
They're brawling with emojis.
Yeah, so we
Why
got
are they in a
bonks.
scuffle here?
Derper had a little he's got a baseball bat and bonked him. And then Doug responded with a shout, I guess. It looks like a Bob's Burger emoji. And then Doug got some support from Alex. He has his sword. And Derper just countered with a magic flame attack. Or no, it's just a lighter. I hope he has some superpowers to turn that lighter flame into a fireball. Doug comes back with a kapow. Man, it's getting heated in here.
This is
And Dana's back to the Polish.
See, listen,
So
if we're gonna do a podcast, we can't just talk about like what people are typing.
sure we can. That's the thing about it, is you can do whatever you want. By the way, chat, tell me your thoughts. So we're thinking about, or I had the idea, we're trying to figure out how to like just add more content, add more accessibility. And I noticed that a lot of podcasts that I listen to, they record their podcasts live and stream it. and people can watch it on YouTube as they record it. So it's almost like they take a podcast and turn it into a different media type. So it also is a video that gets put on YouTube. And I was like, well, what if we just do the reverse? We're doing these live stream video things. What if we just record these live streams, take the audio, and create a podcast out of it? Part of my reasoning being is a lot of you patrons or people in other countries can't always tune in on Wednesday at 4 p.m. or Central, 5 p.m. Eastern. So if we record them, post them up on Patreon to our patrons, then people can listen to it anytime they want to and catch up on what we talk about each week. As well as maybe we might even reach a new audience, because there's a lot of people who don't know about us. They don't go on Twitch. They don't have this and that. And they just listen to podcasts. And
So if you were titling this stream, it would be like favorite pizza toppings, Ninja Turtles, and then like
Soul Queef.
Soul slash the Nearly Dead's try to be. But like if people don't know who we are, don't you have to be like rock band tries to pronounce weird words, or like a rock band talks about pizza? I don't know. Like I feel like the podcast I listen to, that's always like I only click on the episode because they're talking about something I want to hear about. You know what I mean?
Well,
Yeah.
Well, because you're the listener that you're going to podcast for information and motivation. You listen to a lot of informative podcasts, whereas
Yeah.
like there's podcasts for everything, and like a lot of the ones I listen to for entertainment. So there's one that I listen to that I've mentioned before where there literally is no subject. It's just four friends that hang out, and
But are they?
it always the episode just
are
kind of
we as
starts with
interesting as they are? I feel like we're not.
sure.
that
I mean, they're just
fun.
normal dudes that like video games, and it always starts with something that kind of happened in their week, or they'll take a fan question, and it always starts with that, but then it just snowballs into whatever, and they blabber. But I listen to it and I enjoy it because after so many episodes, I get to know all their personalities, and I think they're funny, and I enjoy the conversation, the random conversations they have. But it's like I don't ever even look what the episode is titled. I just listen to it because the new one comes out each week. So I feel like if we just turn this live stream into a podcast, it'd be sort of the same thing. I
Yeah.
mean, why are you guys watching this stream right now? Are you watching this stream because we have an interesting topic, or are you watching this stream because you want to hang out with us and listen to our stupid ramblings and get to know us? I feel like it'd be the same thing with the podcast. It's just a different way to take in that content. Rather than watching us live, you're just listening to us record it after the fact.
Could we call it nearly interesting?
I like that.
Nearly interesting. Well, yeah, I was trying to think what maybe the chat can help us with what it'd be titled, because I feel like the
Well-
Nearly Dead's branding needs to be in everything. So I was like, is it Nearly Dead's cast, or the Nearly Dead podcast, or Nearly Dead's live chat?
I say
or
we
like,
go with nearly interesting. And that was nearly interesting. We're the Nearly Deads, and that was nearly interesting. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I don't know.
We need a vote from the people in the chat. We'll bring it to
it
the
has to
patrons.
have Nearly Dead's in there somewhere, because the branding has to be across all things.
I mean,
Our
Doug
Patreon
says,
is the Nearly Deads. Our Twitch is Nearly Deads Live. All our socials are the Nearly Deads. We are the Nearly Dead. So it has to be the Nearly Deads : whatever we want to call the podcast.
the Nearly Deads : nearly interesting.
Nearly interesting.
The Nearly
Doug-
Dead Soul Queef.
Oh my God.
So please.
Nearly
like, what
nearly
the hell?
interesting and Nearly Dead's podcast, because then we're like, what topics do you guys think are nearly interesting, right? Like I'm kind of interested in like Soul Queef, or I don't know, it could be anything. Like I do like the podcast where like today we're gonna talk about like frickin' pickle pizza, and like we're gonna talk about the whole subculture of pickle pizzas and pickle lovers and blah blah blah. Like I don't know, it could be the Nearly Dead's pod casket. That's cute.
Oh,
Or the
That's
nearly
really good, Derber.
like
I
that.
like that a lot.
the Nearly Dead's there's got to already be somebody that has.
By the
a
way, this is
podcast
going to be the
it.
first episode of the podcast.
No, you
Hit
said
him
you
hard
you
with
said
the soul queef.
you
Whatever. I can cut out the whole portion of us like talking about doing the podcast, but
I feel like what would a
I think
soul
there was a lot
queef
of good
sound like?
content to make this the first
A
one, but
soul queef would sound like a unicorn taking flight. Actually, a soul queef is maybe, you know how they always say like unicorn farts like glitter? That's a soul queef.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's true. Natty said the Nearly Dead cast. I mean, that's kind of what I was thinking before. It's
Podcast.
pretty on the nose.
hmm
I mean,
Nearly entertaining. I like that too.
That's cool.
like I think if we were going to do something like that, we could always do it by being like TND's Nearly Interesting Podcast.
Nearly
or
a
something, or-
podcast.
I don't know. I just feel like as far as branding goes and keeping everything under the Nearly Dead's umbrella, Nearly Dead's has to be in the name, so it's obvious that the podcast is us. It's our band, it's our brand.
Yeah.
This is just an extension of the brand. It's another source of content.
So George says is a soul queef is the sound of sadness leaving my soul.
See, because I brought joy to you by revealing the true meaning behind your name or the true pronunciation.
The Nearly Feds could be our this is from Steven. The Nearly Feds could be our like freaking food podcast spin-off show.
Which is kind of reminds me of remember our reggae band, the Nearly Dreads?
Gnarly Dreads.
Gnarly Dreads.
Gnarly dreads.
The Gnarly Dreads, bruh. Neatly's beads. So the story behind that for everybody watching is like we went to this gig in Canada, one of our first gigs ever. We thought we were like the shit for like getting on this like music festival like in Canada, and like we finally crossed the border. It was like our first time doing it. This is like 10 years ago. And they had our freaking name spelled wrong everywhere, and it was literally spelled the Neatly's beads. And we just like got knocked way down, like way down on the ego scale. Was like, okay, like because
No,
like
they didn't have that on the posters. That was just the
like
Nelly's beads or something. It was like in the email.
Beads, Neatly's beads. No. When we showed up to the venue on the thing when they had the lineup of like, okay, these bands are all playing tonight. And it was more so like the show lineup. It wasn't like flyers. Obviously, we had a logo and whatnot, but it was like it was totally like a typo, like Neatly's beads. Yeah, we'll never forget it.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, and that show was like, and then we had to leave the next day to drive all the way to freaking New Jersey, like from Toronto, and so we unloaded. We didn't even sell merch or anything. We didn't even talk to anybody. We like were in Toronto for like 8 hours and then left.
We got Skixel. I should probably stop trying to pronounce names, but saying over on YouTube that he or she thinks
right.
that this would be perfect content for a podcast. Like a podcast has to have, your opinion has to be interesting. You're able to convey it concisely. Relatability is important. And they said, he or she says they already find this interesting because we're discussing stuff that would normally be behind the scenes. It feels natural, relatable. See,
like my cat.
I just have good ideas, is what I'm saying. I put my pants on one leg at a time, like everyone else. But when I do, I come up with great content, like
feet first. I love that saying because I imagine like somebody just jumping into their pants.
Yeah. Well, sometimes if you're like sitting on the bed, you can put both legs in and pull them up,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you're a toddler and your mom is dressing you. Podcast. Okay.
Maddie says nearly coherent.
The
That's
nearly
pretty
coherent.
accurate.
That's pretty funny too.
Yeah, that one's good.
We'll have to do a poll of our top ones. Like so far, I think my favorite ones are Nearly Interesting, Nearly Coherent, and Nearly Dead's Podcasket. But I feel like if we call it a podcasket, that kind of has the that kind of makes it feel like we're going to talk about like death and dying and stuff, and like horror, or just like it's going to be like horror themed or something like that. Where I feel like Nearly Coherent is very relevant. Nearly Coherent is good. Nearly Interesting is good too.
Yeah.
I love how I'm like gassing up my own idea. Like,
Yeah,
that's the
I
best one.
Great, guys. Great.
My-
She's gonna be stuck on
my
this.
favorite-
You
And,
guys
you know,
liked it though.
shoot down every other.
Or The Sound of Sadness, Leaving My Soul. That's also what we could call it. The Sound of Sadness.
Oh, geez.
Oh, my cat Sixel's cat is having violent diarrhea. No. Sorry.
All right.
Hope your
Well,
kitty
good
feels
luck
better.
with that.
Yeah.
Thanks for hanging out.
I'm fully for the podcast, says Alex, but will it be on Spotify as well?
Yes.
Oh, shit. We're going to be everywhere, you guys. You can't get enough of us. Not nearly enough.
Yeah, because if I used to use Podbean and different things like that, and when you because I had it's too bad you guys were doing Twitch now, but I used to have a video gaming podcast.
Game Snacks.
Game Snacks. What
Yeah.
was it, 4 or 5 years ago? I think Josh was a guest on an
I was a
episode.
guest, yeah.
We did it for a year, and but yeah, those hosting sites, they'll send it to everywhere, so you'll be able to stream it on iTunes, Spotify, all that good stuff. I was trying to think of something like zombie related. I like the Podcasket, because I love the play on words. It fits with the zombie thing, because I don't think it necessarily means people are gonna think it's like only dark and horror stuff. I mean, that's how we felt about the band name in general at the beginning when we said we did the Nearly Deads. We're like, oh, everybody's gonna think we're a metal band. We're gonna have to do everything zombie, this and that, and then we ended up kind of embracing it. But
yeah. Well, I was like, we
but
do
also-
zombie everything, and people still think that we're like a heavier band than we are.
yeah, but I don't know it. But then we're our goofy, dumb, idiot selves, and it's fine and it works. So I don't know. I think if we can keep it to something that's like catchy and rolls off the tongue like that, or like kind of plays on our
Yeah. We have
sense of
from
humor.
Marvel the Nearly Dead Discussion.
dead cushion.
The discussion. The Nearly Dead Discussion.
Yeah.
Nice. I like it. See, I like
The
it.
Nearly
It kind of
Dead
plays into our Patreon tiers too, like
Hmm.
Dead Executive.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll think about it. Maybe we'll do a Patreon poll or something,
We'll sleep on it.
or the Facebook group poll.
The-
And
Don't ask Javi though, because he'll shoot them all down.
yeah,
I don't know, man. I don't know if a podcast is. I don't know.
I don't know, man.
I don't know, man.
no, Javi's all about
Why
the
don't
content.
we name it?
Because he gets it now. Being a band isn't about the music anymore. It's a brand.
Oh, we
No,
still
it's-
make music.
It's music first and foremost, but
This
apparently
is all
you got to
just
do a lot
one
of other
giant
stuff too.
commercial for our music.
Yeah. Javi wants to start a podcast with me and our friend Daniel.
Having a title people will talk about and share is important. Therefore, the podcast shall be titled
Dead Casket or Podcasket.
Soul Queef. God.
So I was gonna say that, but
Yes.
How did you not know that's what I was going for?
I mean, I think that's the top idea for
God,
sure.
I can't. What would my grandmother say? Hey, grandma, like turn on Spotify. She doesn't even know how to do Spotify. Oh, God. What would I tell to my mom? Okay, mom, we're doing a new podcast and it's called Soul Queef. She'll be like, what's that? What's a queef?
Yeah,
You'll have to explain it to her.
yeah.
You're like, well, when a man loves a woman,
Google it, mom.
you're like, oh wait, that doesn't.
Oh, man.
have anything to do with anything.
Nearly Dead's-cussion. I wish it didn't sound so much like concussion. I wish
That's
it's
my thing.
Yeah.
Like I like it. It's
I-
cool,
the
but it's
nearly
that cushion.
queefs.
The nearly
The nearly
queefs.
queefs.
Good God, Steven. And then Doolin, I quote South Park all the time. Love it. Let's see.
Go back to
I don't know. I'm still on what
he
was
loves
it?
the podcast.
Derper? Was it Derper or Dano?
Who came up with Podcasket? I think it was Dano.
Dano, right?
But I also like Nearly Coherent from Natty.
Oh yeah, that was
I
good
like that
too.
You are listening to Nearly Coherent with the Nearly Deads. Or
I like that.
you are listening to
No, it was Derper. It was Derper that said it. I'm on Team Derper because the reason I like it too is because it still has the Nearly Deads in there, which matches our branding. But then the play on words and the fun part is like follows it.
You guys are getting speaking of behind the scenes, this is how Steve steamrolls me and Josh every time because he's like, see, here's why Podcasket is the best. No. And
Hey,
he'll go,
well,
see,
I'm
it
just-
has this and this and this.
Isn't
and then
that
we
a
call
discussion?
him out. Yeah. Oh, we're just discussing, right? And then we call him out on it, and then he's like, no. And then we eventually, you guys you heard it here first. It's going to be called the Podcasket because he whittles us down to where we just don't even care anymore. We're like, whatever, Steve.
Hey, well, you need to be better at arguing your point then. Stand up for what you believe in.
I already did. I said, are you worried that Podcasket gives a connotation that the podcast is going to be about horror, death, dying, or like
Yeah, and I
that?
responded, no, I'm not worried about that.
With nearly interesting, like that's nearly interesting, then it kind of sounds like, okay, like I'm going to learn about something. Like, oh, this is interesting. Like here's a rock band that doesn't know shit about shit. And we're going to be like, all right, today we're going to learn about how to pronounce, Toaster England, I don't know. So that kind of gives it a more.
And so my question is for that one is if you only use the Nearly Interesting podcast, then people seeing it have no idea that it's relevant to us at all. But then if you say the Nearly Dead's Nearly Interesting podcast, that's a lot of nearlies and is a long title. It's a very long title.
Okay.
I don't think it flows off the tongue as well as the Nearly Dead's Podcasket.
Like, so is it the Nearly Dead's
Okay.
Podcasket? Is it this is how we came up with a band name, by the way, you guys. You don't even know. It was a sheet of paper that was like Nearly Dead ? Nearly Deads, the Nearly Deads. Like it was like a bunch of versions of the Nearly Deads, and we eventually ended on the Nearly Deads with an S. Like it wouldn't be the Nearly Dead. That wouldn't make sense. But this is like the same. Like okay, so now it's just like semantics now. The Nearly Deads, Podcasket, or is it the Podcasket, or is it just the Nearly Dead's Podcasket?
Yeah, see, I'm seeing it like you do, like an album title, like the Nearly Dead's blah blah blah, or the Nearly Dead cast. Steven says it's cool too.
Josh,
I don't know
what
if we
do
need
you
to
think?
do Dead's cast.
Well, so that's Steve did make a good point with the basically the double words, even like the Dead
Nearly
cast would
Dead's
have
nearly
dead
interesting. You're like, that's
Yeah.
too much.
where Podcasket is its own thing after the Nearly Dead.
Yes.
My main thing, no matter what it is, my main thing is it needs to have the Nearly Deads in it so that it's immediately recognizable as us and that it's part of our grand scheme of content.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like Podcasket.
Yeah. I like it.
Hey,
My
hey,
bones are
let me
broken.
timestamp this right here, y'all, because she's saying she likes it now, and then when the cameras go off, and
No, I
20
like it.
20 years from now, no, I'm gonna be like 60, and we're gonna be retired, and TJ's gonna like call me up and be like, we're gonna be doing something, and she's gonna be look pissed, and I'm gonna be like, what's wrong, TJ?
You know,
You know what?
30
Did you not
years
get your
ago.
Medicare payment or something? Like, and she's like,
oh, we ain't gonna
no,
have Medicare.
we
when
had
we're
our
old.
podcast, and you called it dead podcasket, and that isn't what I wanted. And you always force all the decisions, and I'm like, I'm dying. I'm 65 and I'm dying. Why are you
Dude,
telling me this now?
You're not gonna be dying when you're 65. 65
Yeah, that's-
is
I'll be
so
dying
young.
when I'm 65.
What would Doug think? What would Doug think? Jesus. People live to be like 100. Okay, Doug literally was like, wow, whittled them down fast. That's exactly how it says. But I'm not going to say it's because he's wrong. I just feel like he is really quick to shoot down. I mean, you're right, though, because I guess if we just called it nearly interesting, nobody would it wouldn't have anything to do with the band. You're right.
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 You're
I
just
am
mad
right.
that Derper had a better idea than you. It's not even like I'm promoting my own idea.
Well, yeah,
it's
not
not
your
like I'm
idea.
saying, oh, I came up with this grand, awesome thing
Yeah.
that's better than you.
Yeah.
It's
You're-
Derper's idea. And look, if Soul Queef likes it, then, you know,
Jesus.
Oh, wow.
Steven says he likes
am
it.
Crying.
And
I'm laughing so hard.
who else? Somebody else said they liked it.
I was
earlier on.
originally the person.
We were too busy arguing.
We're just, this is just for fun. We're not really arguing. Mommy and daddy are not arguing. You guys.
It's okay, kids. Calm down. Everything's
I was
fine.
the one who originally,
We'll take you for Dairy Queen later.
I'm the one who sees all the comments because I'm watching the multi-stream, and I was the one who originally was like, Podcasket, that's cool. And it immediately
you did point
became,
it out first.
Okay,
Yeah.
here, guys. This is what I'll do real quick.
so it was
TJ,
my idea.
Podcasket is a great idea. That was so great that you noticed it
Shut
and
up.
wanted to use it.
Shush.
Oh no.
Shut your mouth.
This is A+ content right here, and this
Mm.
is what we provide for you at the Nearly Dead's live Twitch channel.
Can somebody Google if there is already a thing called Podcasket?
I can look it up.
Babe, you're at such a weird angle.
It wouldn't be like
Look handsome.
the Nearly Dead's
Come down
podcast
here.
or anything.
I'm fine.
You're at like a weird angle. Makes your forehead look really big.
If I just do this,
Did Moomy poop?
I don't know.
I think she did because she had the zoomies earlier.
She's been laying with me. So.
This would literally be on the podcast right now. Me asking my fiance, did the cat poop? I hope you guys are entertained.
Let's see here.
The
If I type in the Nearly Dead's Podcasket, nothing comes up. Let me see if I just type in podcast.
Are you on Apple
There's something
Podcasts?
called the Podcasket on Spotify.
Uh-oh.
Pat's Podcasket?
I see that too. Pat's pod, but there's something called the Podcasket.
The Podcasket. Yeah, I see that.
All right,
3D
who's
po-
this Pat? We're here for the bad guys.
Deeply
Pat's
dapper.
Okay, so on the Podcasket, how many followers do they have?
This guy, 2021 comedy interviews. We started this show so that we can counsel all sorts of monsters and creatures from the nether realm. Dealing with humankind is hard, we know. Lucky for all of you, Pat's Podcasket is here for the bad guy. Join us once a month as we dive into the subconscious of the things that go bump in the night.
It's Pat's Podcasket.
Yes.
They've got 3 episodes, so I'm not worried about that.
But it's new. It's new. It's from 2021. So it's like recent episodes. March, and then there was like April, 2 in April. So it's like they only do one once a month. Do you think having a similar name is a big deal?
No, especially since it's like
Yeah.
the Nearly Dead's colon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's not like, yeah.
Alex
That's
just says
cool.
it's taken. Where?
The Podcasket.
Is that like
There's a few of them. Like the Podcasket has a few episodes.
the Midnight Screaming Podcasket? Shit.
And ours could just be like the Nearly Dead's Podcasket. Like, it doesn't have to be the Podcasket.
I mean,
I-
it could literally just be the Nearly Dead's, and then it's a
No.
podcast because
because you don't really call it. I mean, I don't know.
Well,
it's a podcast,
this
not-
shows me that it's pretty irrelevant because there's already 2 podcasts called The Podcasket
Yeah.
on Spotify.
So it's like doesn't matter if we still use Podcasket because
Yeah.
already 2 people have. Yeah, it wouldn't be Podcasket alone. It would be. I don't even think we need the colon. I think it should just be the Nearly Dead's podcast casket
Yeah.
because it would
Yeah.
be. Otherwise, we would just call it the Nearly Dead's podcast.
Yeah.
and all we got to do is make ours get more popular quicker so that
Dude, we got to gas up the other podcaskets. They're probably really interesting and cool because it sounds like they're probably about horror and monsters and shit like that. It sounds awesome.
yeah, there's Pat's Podcasket, a Totally Killer Podcasket, The Podcasket, and another The Podcasket. So yeah. So I don't think it would matter.
Or
If we
could
like
just
the
call
name.
it Zombie Chat.
Yeah.
Tomb Talks.
Tomb Talks. The Nearly Dead's Zombie Chat. Dead Talk.
It isn't a trademark, so
The Nearly Dead Talk. The Nearly Deads. I don't know.
yeah. I mean, we can like settle for that, and then if we think of something cooler at some other point.
Yeah, because when are you? I mean,
Well, we're obviously not really doing. I mean, Josh, if you're down, me and you can do some live streams while TJ's in Wedding Land.
bye, Matt.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Wedding.
joining us, and thank you for complimenting my hair.
But yeah, I was thinking about going back and taking some of the better of the streams that we've had. Like today's is pretty fun, and we had a couple fun ones ago, and taking those and just posting them just so we have some content.
I can make a logo.
But yeah, I put
I
that
think it would look really
in
cool.
the email to you because I was just like, I don't want to add a bunch of stuff because I said I would handle all of this.
When
But
did
yeah, if you want to
I
make a
never
cool
got an
logo,
oh,
and
no,
then
there
I
it is.
sent you the tag stuff.
Dude, I don't know if I'm gonna have time for all this. Why don't we just like put a pin in it and launch it next month? How's that sound?
Yeah, that's fine.
I feel like that makes the most sense.
Yeah, I just have so much time on my hands. I need to do stuff.
Write music, dude.
I am. I've already wrote a bunch of other songs. I'm like, I
Finish
don't know.
some
I'm
of
gonna
them.
write a second
Finish-
screenplay. Is what I'm
finish
gonna
some
do.
of
That's what
them.
I'm gonna do while TJ's gone.
I literally would be so encompassed with like doing band stuff, even if we weren't doing this stuff. I don't understand how like there's way more you could be doing with the band. You're like, oh, I have all this time on my hands. I'm like, okay, so like try to book us some gigs for next year, or like let's like work on raising money for the album. Yeah.
I've been doing everything for the past 2 months. Like, don't load up my plate. Okay, more. Oh wait, we're still live.
Yes, we are. Did you say we're not?
No, I was. Mommy and Daddy were battling again.
No, I'm just saying, you're like, I need something to do. And I'm like, well, going full force into a podcast without like me, helping and design the logo and promote it and stuff doesn't make any sense. It's like, so like
Right.
work on the acoustic album. That's your assignment while I'm gone.
Yeah, we're working on that.
All right. Finish it. Maybe finish some of it.
The whole album.
Yeah, fuck it. Why
I'm gonna
not?
I'm
You
gonna
have
do
3
your
weeks.
piano parts. That's it.
Use my MIDI.
know.
My MIDI is on point. Doesn't need to be edited. It's all perfect.
No, I'm saying for all the songs. Like, I'm just gonna go ahead and do Fact and Friction. And
What, babe? Yeah, stay in Rhode Island when you guys come. Just stay. Just stay in Rhode Island. I'll be gone on my honeymoon,
Yeah.
but you stay.
Right. We'll just stay.
You guys can just
we'll
stay.
hang out.
Yeah.
We'll hang.
Josh,
Eleanor.
Jordan just said we can do what with Josh? Take Josh with us. On our honeymoon? Come on. I love you, Josh, but not that much.
Damn it.
How about we all agree we'll take a band trip to Vegas? Clearly minus Javi because he doesn't care.
That would
No.
be fun though, man.
Hell yeah. Band trip to Vegas. Flights to Vegas are cheap all the time.
Yeah,
And that could be our band bonding trip, could be Vegas.
that would be wild.
That'd be a lot of
There's
fun.
no way that could go south at all.
We've all been to
It could
Vegas
only
before.
be good.
We've been to Vegas before, but we didn't stay anywhere nice and we didn't do anything cool. We just put on my shoulder for Las Vegas for 6-7 years now. And I'm finally
Right.
I'm finally ready to go back, I think, because it got cooler and I have more money now. You know what I mean? So like, you know, it's more fun now.
Yeah.
Right.
Up.
Yeah. Do y'all want to hear a snippet of another song?
Yes. Okay. So before
Yeah.
we end, let me just say anybody who's just tuning in or is just watching the very end of the stream, thank you guys all for watching and for being part of our Patreon. The link is there if you guys do want to join. Anybody who joins producer tier and up will get a digital copy of our very first original EP that we recorded in Nashville like 10, 11 years ago. And it's these like crazy songs that we haven't listened to in years. And it's really a cool piece of the Nearly Dead's archives. And we're just giving it to everybody. We weren't only going to give it away to one person because we do a monthly raffle in our producer tier. But we decided to be generous this month since I'm getting married and give you all a gift. And everybody else will be able to get the EP once we hit 150 patrons. If you're a patron, no matter what dollar amount you are, you will get that as soon as we reach 150. Anything
Yeah.
to add,
Yeah.
guys?
No, just
Mm.
get it while it's hot. You know,
Yeah.
month of May.
Do it.
You know, upgrade or subscribe and get this piece of Nearly Dead's history before everybody else. And the last one I'm going to share is called The Art of Acting Surprised. Because we're so deep metal.
Where did the song go? Can't hear this one.
You hear it now? Wait for the choir.
Oh shit, yeah, we did do that. Fuck am I even singing about in this song?
That's all you get.
Yeah.
Nice.
Noise.
Nice.
Noise.
Nice.
Oh my god, I can't wait for you to come to my wedding and go like this at my bar
Okay.
and not get served.
Yeah. Josh's going to be trying to get a drink for half an hour.
My only regret is that unless the caterers are cute, I don't know, there's no single people at the wedding. Like none.
Wow.
Wow. How do we wedding crash a married up wedding?
Yeah.
Oh, Derek is single, but babe, we're looking for Josh and Steve.
So my bassist Derek is single.
So, well, yeah, Derek's single. So
Derek?
maybe,
Alright,
maybe,
alright.
Hey, okay.
whatever.
We'll see how many beers I
Me and
have.
Steve got a bed. One bed.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, we got it.
So maybe,
Some people.
okay. So when you meet Derek is like our videographer, and he's like in Jordan's band, and he's this really, really cool dude, obviously a musician. So like, maybe the three of you guys can like, you know, maybe there'll be some cute caterers. I hope so. If we get there and all the caterers are like old men, like I'll feel really bad.
Well, he can. We'll start a new band with him. Just me, Josh, and Derek.
Actually, he's a bassist, so that works.
Blink 184.
Yeah,
Yes.
love
There you
it.
Blink
All
184.
All right, guys.
By the way, Natty, I appreciate you throwing out the Frans. Frans for life.
Frans for life.
Hashtag Frans. Zombie Nation.
Hashtag Frans. We could also call our podcast the Zombie Nation podcast. I like Nearly Dead's podcast get a little bit better than that, though.
Yeah.
It's more
Yeah.
broad.
Mm-hmm.
What, babe? There's already Talking Dead. Talking with the Dead. That sounds like a Long Island medium thing. I don't know. All right. Clearly, until next time, we have a lot to think about. But thank you guys all for joining us. We appreciate you, as always, every week, hanging out with us. I think we're probably going to keep the 5 to 7 ride rolling. And I'll be gone for a couple weeks, but these guys will attempt to entertain you while I'm gone. So, anything else?
Yeah,
Any final
it may
thoughts?
be only Twitch while TJ's gone. Just my computer for some reason doesn't want to work with
Everything else.
everything else.
So it might be Twitch only for a couple weeks. So definitely our Twitch is on the stream. It's the Nearly Dead's live. Make sure you follow us on Twitch. It's really easy to sign up and it's free to watch. But if you guys choose to subscribe, that does help us out and supports us as well. Patreon, of course, supports us tremendously. We appreciate you guys and all of your love. Any final thoughts from Josh?
Thanks. I don't know. I'm all out of thoughts.
What about Steve?
Don't get too evil tonight. Revenge of the 5th. Happy Cinco de Mayo,
Oh,
everyone.
yeah. Happy
I
Cinco
keep
de
forgetting
Mayo.
it's Cinco de Mayo.
Have some tacos. Have a shot of tequila or 10.
All right, guys. And that's the end. All right. See you next time.